I'm just going to get a little alligator clip all this together and file away, because I have some notes in here that I refer back to, and it has been very helpful. So I'm just going to set these over to the side. And I will mention, when I went to pick these up at the store this weekend, on the website it said that they had 4 of these in stock, and I'd been keeping an eye on them to see if any of them were selling, to see how hot of an item this was. And Saturday rolled around and they still had all 4 of them. So I went to my local Staples and I went to the ARC notebook section, and there weren't any. They had a whole stack of January to December, and I asked one of the ladies working in there where they might be, and it turns out they were on the other side of the store with the calendars and planners. So if you're looking for calendar inserts for your ARC notebook system, if you don't see them with the ARC notebook supplies, check in the calendar section. So let's see, this is July the 15th. I don't need the July calendar since I'm using this as a planner or as a journal. I'm not going to need the July calendar. I will need the other calendars. I'll set this off to the side. So I'm going to start with, this is the upcoming week. Now let's see on the other side. There's telephone numbers, reference stuff. I never use. If you're a student, it's got a grade keeper. I never use any of that stuff, and in fact, I don't need any of June. I will keep May. All right. And I'm going to close this up. Let's see. And that gives me some room. I've still got some room in here to put some note pages and anything else I might need. I may be trying to do too many of these at a time. Let me see. That might work. Hold on. You don't want to do too many at a time. Hold on. I'm going to start with the top. Now, I already had some lined paper here at the house. I also picked up some dot grid paper. That's a new paper type that they've recently introduced. And I wanted to pick up some graph paper, but for the last several years, they have not been carrying graph paper in the stores. So I ordered some online. So I'm going to have some extra line paper, some dot grid. I intend to use the dot grid maybe as a tracker. I'm almost done putting these in. I was very tempted when I was at Staples to get a new notebook. Now, I will say the newer notebooks, the covers don't feel as thick and robust as the older ones. But that doesn't mean they're any less durable. I haven't used them. They come in, they've got padded quilted ones, and they have some that don't feel like leather. They've got a texture to them and feel kind of rubbery. I was really interested in those, but this one's in good shape, so I decided to save my money. Let's see. I'm going to put in a few. I've got a lot of note pages. Put in a few note pages here at the beginning for use in meetings. And this is what the dot grid paper looked like. I'm curious to give it a try. and see what the paper quality's like. I guess I can go ahead and open it and see how it feels compared to the ruled paper. The package itself feels a little thin and flimsier, but it may just be because it doesn't have the cardboard reinforcement in the back that a lot of the paper packs have. Let's see. Oh, I don't know, it doesn't feel as smooth as the original paper. I'm going to put a few sheets in here. I don't have my pen with me. I'll do a writing test, maybe in my next video, and update that. Now, It's been using these for quite a while, and I use these not even when I'm using my discbound notebook. It's just a little notepad of, you can use these as a bookmark, as a to-do list, and I use them for both of those things. And I always keep at least one, sometimes a few of these, in my notebook as a bookmark. I love these, and they're really handy. And I've got my page flags. These are not the official page flags for the ARC notebook system. The ones for the ARC notebook system have a little pad of sticky notes with them also, and they attach to the disc. But I have had this little pad of page flags. This came with a Staples branded notebook that I got years ago, probably at least 5 years ago, and I use these all the time. I use them for bookmarks, and I use them to highlight things on pages, and they just last forever. They're so thin. And what I did the last time I used them, I just used my card slot over here. It's got a little plastic thing in the back, and tucked it in. And what I think I'm going to do, so that they don't flop around, is tuck the other side in this bottom pocket. Let's see, I don't think I folded that up. Yeah, that'll work good. And that works nicely. I also have one of the little mini ARC notebooks, and so I have an extra pad of this mini paper, so if I ever need to make a little note of something, I can put that in here. And one of the things I'm most excited about finding this weekend was a compact punch for the ARC, for the discbound notebook system. For years, I've seen the great big giant hole punch in the stores, and the price tag on it this weekend was $55, and then right beside it was this little compact punch. Now, most of the compact punches that I've seen, like for filofaxes, I think they're made out of plastic. This is a nice, heavy metal punch, and I have not opened it yet. I haven't tried it, so I have my Rhodia ice pad here. I'm going to try punching one of those pieces of paper. I also have a full-size discbound ARC notebook, and so I'm really excited about using this for putting photocopy papers in. Now let me see how this works. Let's see. I don't want to break anything. Okay, just pops open. Let me get this out of the way. I've got my Rhodia ice pad. I kind of wish... I really like the ARC notebook paper. It stands up to my fountain pens, but it's a little bit thicker than Rhodia paper. I wish it was a little bit thinner. You'd be able to fit more sheets in here. But let's see. It says place the paper under the guide. And it says line it up with this line if it is a junior notebook. Now this page is a little bit smaller than the ARC, than the junior notebook size, so I'll have to work on figuring out where you need to line it up at for it to work perfect. Let me make sure it's pushed in there all the way. Okay. And yeah, that worked great. That punched it super clean. That looks awesome. I am super excited about this. Let's see how it fits in here. I'm going to put it up at the top. Wow, that fits really nicely. I'm excited. So, I'm really happy with my setup here. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. And this is what I'm going to use as my school journal for the upcoming school year. If you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions or comments, just leave those in the comments below.